Seller leads. That's what everybody wants, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, this is Rohan from Fordham Digital. I'm the founder and CEO of the company, and this is a real estate marketing company. And today I'm going to briefly talk about what are some of the things that we are doing to generate seller leads. This is March 2021. It's been roughly about a year since the world kind of went into a lockdown mode because of COVID. In the last 1 year, the sellers market kind of has accelerated so much, and the world has gone crazier. The market has gone crazier with sellers. Like it's unbelievable. There are some markets where you have offers going 50, 100, 200, 250, 300K above asking price. I have a very close friend of mine who paid $250,000 above asking price in the Bay Area. So things are crazy, and you have 40, 50 competing offers. There's not a single house goes without a bidding war, and it's insanely crazy. And if you're a real estate agent and if you're looking at leads, you have to do all the basic stuff, which is generate leads and follow up and build relationship and all that. But in this market, getting seller leads and getting listings absolutely puts you in that pedestal of a royal field. So I want to help you guys show you some of the ways that we are doing to generate seller leads for our clients. So these are the three things that we are doing to generate seller leads. So let's dive right in. The strongest way that I'm generating seller leads today is through Facebook ads. A lot of people that I talk to absolutely hate Facebook ads because they have no idea how to run Facebook ads. Such a bad experience running Facebook ads, and they're like, okay, this is not going to work. Facebook ads doesn't generate any kind of results, but you have to run it in a certain way, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The number one way I generate sellers for my clients is actually through buyers campaign. This is one example. One of my client, he got a CMA from a lead on your platform. That's awesome. I asked him, tell me more. What did you do? How did you connect? How did you snag it? And he's like, he came in as a buyer. Of course, I was running a buyer campaign, but there's a specific way to do it. And he kept responding to him with text. Put him on automatic prospecting, follow up, etc. That's you need to do it. And the more communication, the more conversation goes along, he realized that he was not ready to buy yet, but he has to sell in order to buy. Right? You can ask the pre-qualifying questions before they sign up on your ad. So he told him, would you be open to us taking a look at your house? And then chances are I'll end up recommending some action items. So even though you may not be ready at the moment, you can get started on some repairs and upgrades for your listing for top dollar. And by the time you're ready to sell, the house is ready to go. He got a CMA with him on March 14th. And then I asked him, hey, how did it go? He said it was super warm and he was going to get that listing. This was a second lead or a second client who got a listing appointment from one of the leads that we got him from our buyer campaign. So why is buyers campaign working for generating seller leads? Okay, so the biggest worry in today's market for sellers is they don't have a replacement home. So if you are able to go and fix that for them, they will be super happy and they'll come work with you and they'll list with you. Okay. When you run this buyer campaign, you have about $3 to $5 per lead. It builds your database, and then about 35% will say they own a house. About 20% of those will say they need to sell to own their house. So you're roughly looking at about 7 to 10 people out of every 100 leads who will say they need to sell to own their house, to sell their house to buy a new one. Okay. So you spend about $500 and generate about 100 leads, and then 11 of them will own a house and they'll need to sell. It's about getting in touch with them, having conversation. You are able to get in touch with about 10, 15, 20, 30% based on your follow-up, based on how good your messaging is, how good your tonality is, your role play, all of that. So spending about $1,000 gives you a solid chance of connecting with a lead and listing their house on the market. So that's what it takes from a buyer campaign. So this is one way we are doing it. Second, Facebook campaign, which is a seller campaign, is basically putting a direct offer. This is like the ad copy that I use. You can have like an instant offer. This is what everybody is doing, iBuyers, Zillow, etc. If you have cash buyers, if you have a pool of cash buyers, and you can run this offer, and this will again builds your database. So the key is never to look at this from a short-term standpoint, but also always looking at it from a long-term standpoint, building your database and nurturing them, and you'll be able to generate these leads. You'll be able to connect with about 10-20% of these leads, and you will end up listing these leads. Okay, this is slightly more expensive. You'll have to look to spend about $1,500 to $2,500 on the ad budget, and that'll give you a listing with a GCI of about $10,000 to $15,000. So that's about 6x to 10x ROI, depending upon how you look at it. This is something else that is working for us. And the third one is, so one of my gurus or coaches or mentors in this industry that I have is Chris Smith. He is amazing. He's a great real estate marketer, and I follow him super closely, and I devour all his content, right? So one of his webinars on realtor.com kind of did a second kind of seller campaign wherein you have like an overview, like an aerial view of your particular neighborhood, your particular market, and talk about how much the prices went up in the last 3 months, in the last 6 months. And that gives them an edge over all the other ads, because when people are scrolling through, they see their neighborhoods and they recognize it, and they are like, okay, not everybody is out there looking at their home values every single day, but this gives an opportunity for you to communicate what exactly could they be making, and how much did their neighborhood go up in value in the last 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever it is. And then you will have people reaching out back to you. Okay, so this is a great way. So these are the 3 different ways in which you can have your Facebook ads run campaigns, and they'll generate a lot of results for you. So the second way that we are doing right now for our clients is activating or reactivating the database and the sphere of influence. Okay, so you probably have about, I don't know, 100, 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, whatever number of leads that are in your database, that are in your sphere of influence. You are not reactivating them enough. So one of the way that you could reactivate is by sending them a quick email asking them what are their plans. Okay, now it's spring right now, we are getting into summer. So have their plans changed? What are they thinking? Are they looking at, instead of asking, hey, are you thinking about moving directly, you can be like, hey, has anything changed? And this is again from a webinar from Chris Smith. He's great. If you don't follow him, go look him up, and I'll link him in the description below. Go follow him. He's great. So from his webinar, he's like, hey, has anything changed? Or what are your plans for spring and summer 2021? What are you thinking, etc.? And then you can be like, I'm reaching out because a lot of my clients are making plans for spring and summer. Wanted to stay updated on yours. Okay, and you can have your own unique situation according to your market. You can be like, I don't have any plans. I'm not moving. I love my home. Thinking about downsizing, thinking about upsizing, renting right now. We are looking at an investment property and I'm planning to make a move soon. Anything. Like, you can come up with 4 or 5 different options and put it out there. Let me know, because I can provide some useful information, and I'll be happy to meet you in person. You can go as soft or as hard on asking from a call to action, right? So this also will give you a lot of results. You can at least have those conversations spark up, and then people will start connecting back to you. And then this is a great way to generate leads also. The third way that we are doing is through YouTube ads. Okay, this again goes back to the copy. The copy in the YouTube ads, the way you run it, is pretty similar to what I did on the very first campaign, but which is basically sellers are worried about finding a replacement property. So if you can go on a camera, you can have a selfie video, and you can create a simple 30-second video, and you can be like, hey, talking about pain points of sellers, talk about opportunity, and give them a FOMO, and then present with a solution. So if you provide solutions such as buyers are willing to let sellers stay in the house for a couple of months after the close and pay per diem, or you could do a lease back, or like a bridge loan and things like that. Provide options, provide solutions, and that'll ease them up. And a lot of people have no idea what a bridge loan is. A lot of people have no idea what a lease back is. They don't even know that those options exist. And if you validate that, if you show proof that 21 out of 25 buyers are willing to lease back, that will give them such confidence that they can go out, hunt, and find the property that they're looking for. So you need to help them with this kind of thought process. Those are the 3 different ways that we are generating seller leads today. This is a bonus that I wanted to add in here. This is again from Chris Smith's webinar. So go out on your Instagram or Facebook story, and you have stories on every single social media platform right now. You have on YouTube, TikTok. Like, go out and ask, are you planning to move this year? Yes or no. It could be a very quick poll, and then people will respond back, yes or no. And of those people who do respond back, go ahead and have a conversation. Ask them what are they doing, why are they moving, where are they moving, if they need any help. And then it's all about conversations, right? So hope that was helpful. Let me know what you guys are doing to generate seller leads. And if you have more questions, if you want to learn more about what we are doing for our clients, happy to help. Don't feel left out in this market. If you're stressed, it is pretty normal. Every single real estate agent out there is stressed. There are options, there's a lot of solutions. You just need a good structure around how you manage this and not be like a chicken with its head cut off, right? So don't be that person. Organize your campaigns a little better, organize the way you prospect a little better, and then have an automated follow-up system, have an automated prospecting system. You should not have an issue generating seller leads for yourself. Hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. And that will always be helpful for me to grow my channel, and I can go ahead and provide more valuable content for you guys. Hope that was helpful. Take care.